From Delaware's most award-winning radio news team, this is WDEL Video News. Here's Melanie Armstrong.
Among Delaware's top stories for Thursday, August 30th, vandalism causes a rocky start to the school year. Where did the money go? What a state audit says about the Christina School District. And a man accused of abandoning his son waives a court hearing. Now the details. Christiana High School is closed today because of some serious vandalism overnight. State police say damage was extensive.
What they found was windows on all sides of the school. 67 school windows had been broken out by some unknown object or by an unknown means. As they looked into the incident some more, it did not appear that anyone made entry into the school, but this was simply a senseless, random act of violence, or not violence, but criminal mischief, rather, where someone had gone and simply just damaged the school for whatever reason. I think we can simply assume that it was someone who was trying to disrupt the school year, disrupt the school day.
Damage is estimated at $13,000. Police are asking anyone with information to call them. State Auditor Tom Wagner says the Christina School District paid out thousands of dollars to former City Councilman Norman Oliver and didn't keep track of how the money was used or whether the services were provided. The audit being released today also says Oliver was paid $20,000 in advance for an after-school program, but the state requires vendors to be paid only after services are received. This report comes after one in May that showed Red Clay School District gave Oliver a no-bid contract and then didn't document whether he provided the services. The New Jersey man accused of leaving his 11-month-old son in the parking lot at Christiana Hospital is planning to waive his arraignment. Rosario DiGirolamo faces a child endangerment and abandonment charges. A Superior Court case review will be held October 4th. DiGirolamo is considered a person of interest in the disappearance of his mistress, Amy Giordano. She hasn't been seen since a couple of days before the boy was found in June. DiGirolamo, who is married to another woman, went to Italy a few days after the boy was found. He surrendered to police earlier this month. Still ahead, a former top prosecutor goes to the other side of the courtroom. WDEL News continues in a moment.
Looking to gain an edge in the technology or design field? Wilmington College's Division of Information Technology and Advanced Communications offers state-of-the-art facilities equipped with the latest tools. Did you know that Wilmington College has been preparing students for careers in media arts and technology over the past 7 years? Enjoy hands-on experience and personal attention from instructors drawn straight from the industry. To learn more, visit wilmcoll.edu. Wilmington College. Achieve balance, achieve success.
A man who once went after notorious accused criminals in Delaware will now be defending them. Ferris Wharton, who was one of the state's top prosecutors, is joining the Public Defender's Office. Wharton spent 23 years in the State Attorney General's office and more than 2 years as a deputy U.S. attorney. He was the Republican nominee for Attorney General in last year's election. In the wake of the subprime mortgage crisis, the State Banking Commission is holding seminars to help people who have adjustable rate mortgages. One is being held tonight at the Woodlawn Library from 7 to 8:30 p.m. A lawyer and mortgage lender will be on hand to answer questions. Another session is being held Saturday at the library from 10 to noon. Conjoined twins from Seaford are now separated. Andrew and Matthew Goodman had surgery in Philadelphia. A family friend says they're doing well. They were joined at the diaphragm and shared a liver and other organs. The twins turn 1-year-old tomorrow. An unusual ending to the Phillies game. WDEL Sports and AccuWeather are coming up.
I'm Peter MacArthur.
I'm Melanie Armstrong, and here are Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour.
The most complete coverage of the news that matters in Delaware. Every weekday morning, 5:30 till 9 on 1150 AM WDEL.
In WDEL Sports, the Phillies beat the NL East leading New York Mets for the third straight time. The 3-2 victory ending on a base-running interference call that prevented the Mets from scoring the tying run. The win was the fourth in a row for the Phillies and cuts the Mets' lead over the Phillies to 3 games. And the Phillies get a chance to complete a rare 4-game sweep this afternoon. The game had a controversial ending when Mets base runner Marlon Anderson was called out for interfering with Tadahito Iguchi, who was trying to turn a double play. The interference call ended the game and gave the Phils the win. Rollins and Pat Burrell hit solo home runs in the first inning, and Burrell drove home the game winner with a sacrifice fly in the fifth. The Phillies remain 3 games behind San Diego in the wild card race. You can hear today's game on WDEL with pregame starting at 12:30. The Blue Rocks go 14 innings against the Salem Avalanche and lose 7-3. 2 outs from clinching the Carolina League Northern Division title. The Blue Rocks saw their 2-0 lead turn into a 3-2 deficit when the Avalanche scored 3 runs in the top of the 9th. The Blue Rocks tied the game in the bottom of the inning. The Avalanche scored 4 more runs in the top of the 14th and held on for the win. The Rocks will try again tonight at 7:05 to clinch when they take on the Avalanche. There's plenty at stake when the Eagles host the New York Jets in their last preseason game tonight. Some players are fighting for starting jobs. Others are trying to secure roster spots. A few are hoping to prove they belong somewhere in the NFL. For the Eagles, there's strong competition at punter between incumbent Dirk Johnson and Australian football star Sav Roca. Former U.S. Olympic skier Jeremy Bloom isn't guaranteed he'll make the team as a return specialist. Wide receiver Greg Lewis is getting a chance to return punts, which could increase his chances of sticking around. Donovan McNabb will not play. We'll have the Eagles game tonight here on WDEL. Pre-game is at 6:30. It's the dawn of a new era for Delaware football. WDEL's Lee St. John has that story.
To hear Coach Casey Keeler talk, tonight's first ever Colonial Athletic Association football game between Delaware and William and Mary is about as earth-shaking as when Cassius Clay changed his name to Muhammad Ali. You're still facing somebody who can knock your block off.
Because the reality is there's going to be 6 teams in this league that can win a national championship. And also the reality is maybe 2 or 3 of those teams aren't even going to make the playoffs. That's just the way this conference is.
Both teams are hoping for better outcomes this year than last, as both finished below 500 in the final A10 campaign, with 15 of 22 starters returning from 2006, including 10 on offense. Keeler says emotions are high, so high, in fact, that he had to stop practice earlier in the week to stop someone from getting hurt.
I just stopped it. We were getting after each other. And I just think we're all kind of ornery right now, you know? I mean, we want to go play somebody else.
The chance comes tonight at 7:30 at Zabel Stadium in Williamsburg. Lee St. John, 1150 AM, WDEL Sports.
Your WDEL Delaware AccuWeather forecast. Sunshine and clouds today. There's a chance of a late-day thunderstorm, the high 88. Maybe a shower early tonight, otherwise partly cloudy, the low 69. Tomorrow, clouds and sunshine, a shower or thunderstorm, the high 84. Saturday, mostly sunny, the high 81. Get news updates throughout the day. Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour on 1150 AM WDEL or anytime right here at WDEL.com. I'm Melanie Armstrong. Thanks for watching.